Okay, now before I get started, I'm just going to start with saying if the mic quality is bad, then I'm sorry because my mic's broke, so I'm having to use my phone at the minute. But basically what I'm doing today is ranking all of the Gobblegums in Black Ops 3, and then after I've done Black Ops 3, I'm going to move on to Black Ops 6. Because to my knowledge, the only two games with Gobblegums, I know, I think Black Ops 4 has, these things that are similar to Gobblegums, but they're not called Gobblegums. Whereas in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 6 they are. So let's just get started. Okay, now starting off with, this is a bit of a weird one because it doesn't really fit into any tier because it is dependent of what you get. It is Flavor Hexed. Okay, now Flavor Hexed is either really good, could possibly be the best in the game, or is possibly the worst in the game. It depends, since it can give you a Gobblegum of any variety. I think it does only give you a Mega though. So yeah, it can either be good or bad. So we're just starting out with Flavor Hex. Okay, now coming in next after Flavor Hex, this is maybe one of the worst perks in, worst Gobblegums in the game, is Respin Cycle. Now once you spin the box, you pop it, and it will respin the box for you. Now, the reason why this is basically trash is because you just have a better alternative of this, being Immolation Liquidation. And it's also just pretty useless, considering the box is only 950 points. You know, it really doesn't save much for you. Right, now we're coming in with Bored Death. Basically, let me try and find a barrier that I can rebuild. This isn't one. Okay, so when rebuilding a barrier, it will kill the zombies around you. You know, all of these barrier ones, they're all going to be really low, which is why coming in next, we have Licensed Contractor. Now, Licensed Contractor is literally just a Gobblegum that when activated spawns this Carpenter drop. Now, all it really gives you is you get 3 spins of this, and it gives you Carpenter, which gives you 200 points. So you have a max of 600 points here. Again, there's other Gobblegums that do the same thing, but more. So yeah, this is going here since it is basically useless. All right, now we have Mind Blown, which is just give the heads of all zombies you see. Don't really know what this actually does. It just does that, right? This doesn't work at all rounds, by the way. It's very useless, you know, it's cool to look at, but it's not even, wait, hold on. You only really, I didn't even realize you get about 10 seconds to do this. I'm guessing it actually does work on all rounds. But you get about 10 seconds, you know, there are other Gobblegums that are so much more effective. Now we have I'm Feeling Lucky. Literally just spawns a random power up. I think you get, let me kill this guy. I think you get 2 spins of this, I wanna say. So you got a nuke that time, yeah, 2 spins, so you have a possibility of getting 2 random power-ups. Right, now we have board games. Let me just kill this Panzer real quick. Yeah, it's another barrier one. We just got a Carpenter, so I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Let me see if this is open. Nope, it's not. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, now as you can see, you do one board and it brings the whole thing back. It's pretty lame because it doesn't even give you the points for doing all of it. So it's, yeah. Again, it's just one of the board ones. The board ones are useless. Okay, moving on to the next one, Temporal Gift. Basically just increases how long power-ups last. I think it makes it last from 30 seconds to 40 seconds, or 30 seconds to 45, or something like that. Now we have Unbearable. Unbearable is literally, you can just see what it says there. If I get a teddy bear, it will just keep the box in its place and respin. Again, not that big of a deal, considering you can just go to the next box location. Like, it's not that much of a pain. Okay, now we have Unquenchable. Just can buy an extra perk. It's actually quite useful. It's one of the more useful ones of what I've just spoken about. But the main reason it's going here is because there are so many more Gobblegums that just do this and more. Okay, now we have Undead Man Walking. Now this isn't actually too bad. I've used this Gobblegum a few times in Origins just to help me get the staffs and stuff. But in terms of like just using it in general, not using it for a reason, it's just annoying. Just makes the rounds drag by because the zombies take longer to spawn. It's very slow. And coming in after this, we're going to do Crawl Space as well. Now Crawl Space is the exact same, except they all, oh god, they all just become crawlers like that. Now we just have the better version of the 2 perks I just spoke about, the Fear and Headlights. You pop this and the zombie just won't see you. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. The zombies will just not move when you're looking at them, isn't it? Yeah. So this is just when you're looking at the zombies, they won't move. You see if I look away, you can see their shadows moving. Yeah. Okay, next one, we have Ephemeral Enhancement. I think it just turns your gun pack punch for like a certain amount of time. It's pretty lame, considering you can just pack punch your gun in general. I guess for starting rounds it can be good, but who needs a pack punch gun on like round 2 anyways? Yeah, useless as fuck, really. Doesn't actually serve any purpose. It just makes your gun better for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And now we have killing time. Now killing time is the freezing zombies in place. So this, unlike fear in the headlights, we don't need to be looking at them for. If I pop this real quick, doesn't matter if I look away or whatever, you know, I can stand right next to him, look away. He's always going to be frozen, okay? And this also activates before the ones have even... wait. I was going to say, before they even spawn in this activator, it also seems like it freezes the snow. By the looks of it, the snow isn't coming down anymore. It's about to end. So yeah, this one's pretty cool actually, but doesn't last long enough to make it really that good. Okay, now we have disorderly combat. This just, if you already have your gun pack-a-punch like I do, it will give you a pack-a-punched gun. Yeah, it gives you a random pack-a-punch gun every 15 seconds if your gun is already pack-a-punched. However, if you have an unpack-a-punch gun, it won't. It'll just give you a random gun. It's, you know, it's okay. It's fun. It's fun to use because, you know, you get to use a variety of weapons. It's not good though. Definitely not good. And now we have Secret Shopper. Basically, it's can be quite useful if you have like an Apothecon Servant or a Thunder Gun or something, or even the... Wait, let me see if it works with the bows actually. Let me choose the bullet for the bow. It just swapped out my bow. Great. Okay, now we have Burnt Out. Now it's just burn zombies when they hit you or get close to you. Oh, not doing any of it. Wait, let me try this again. Yeah, as you can see, it's actually quite good. It's basically a blast furnace effect. A slaughter slide. Now this is another one where it is quite good, but it's only used twice. As you can see, it does take out a whole horde of zombies, but I'm pretty sure it can only be activated. Oh no, more than 2 times. Okay. What is that, 4 times, I think? I mean, I know it is insta-kill right now, but it is still quite good on its own. It's basically the better version of Burnt Out. You get 4 by the looks of it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you get 5. Okay, that's not actually too bad. Yeah, we're getting on to more useful ones now. We are on to Aftertaste. Now, this is basically a multiplayer one. So if you play multiplayer, it's really good. Obviously, solo, it's useless. But on multiplayer, it basically just, I think it's timed by the looks of it. And again, I've never used a lot of these Gobblegums, so I'm not 100% sure. But I watched, I did some Reddit research and stuff, see what people were saying. This seems to be quite good if you're in multiplayer, because you get revived, you keep all your stuff. But there are better self-reviving Gobblegum in the game, but this one is still pretty good. It's pretty solid. You know, if you had this on your run, you wouldn't be weird. Right, we're going to be getting onto some of the some of the drops now. Obviously, you've got On the House, which gives you a free perk, and you have Extra Credit, which gives you 2 or 3. I think 3 by the looks of it. 4. Okay, 4. Okay, it gives you 4 sets of extra credit. Not bad, good for points, but compared to all the other drop ones, these 2 are by far the worst. Now, Bullet Boost basically just repacks your current pack-a-punched gun. So if I use my BRM, select this, it's good because I've turned. You only get 1 use, I think. No, you get 2 uses. Okay, so I've got Thunderball now. It's repack. It basically just saves you. I went back to turned. What the fuck? Now we have one of my personal favorite Gobblegums. We've got Fatal Contraption. Now, Fatal Contraption is, well, it's really useful considering it's basically a wonder weapon, because the death machine in this game has infinite damage, meaning it will kill on all rounds. It's really good for boss fights that include zombies. So, you know, the Shadows of Evil boss fight, basically every boss fight ever. Really good for the Revelations boss fight. I'll just show off a bit here. You basically get 2 free death machine power-ups, which obviously have infinite damage. Yeah, I think it's really good, really useful. I use it on my runs a lot, but compared to the other Gobblegums we're going to be talking about, it's not as good. Okay, now another drop one that we have is Who's Keeping Score. It gives 2 double points, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 double points, which isn't bad, but there's a specific Gobblegum that can get you the same amount of points that this would probably get you with this power-up, and yeah, and on its own as it is. We'll talk about that one. That's one of the better drop ones. It is the best drop one. For now, yeah, Who's Keeping Score sits here, considering it just dropped a double points. It's better than all the other drops, because, you know, double points, very useful. But there is, I think, 2 more drop ones that are to come. And that being Killjoy. Killjoy is, when it comes to the individual drops, probably the most useful, because it's effective on all rounds. Whereas, you know, so is Fatal Contraption, I guess. And you could argue that Fatal Contraption could be the best, since it doesn't use any of your own ammo. But I think I'm going to give it to Killjoy. just because the Killjoy power-up, the insta-kill power-up lasts longer than the Death Machine, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to stick this one here. Right, now we have the best out of all the hiding from zombies Gobblegum. We have Idolize, which is basically where everything will just ignore you for longer times as well. As you can see, they just kind of sit there. I do have a Panzer spawned in. I'm not sure if it works for the Panzer. I think it does though. Panzer's nowhere to be seen, and there is a Panzer spawned. He must be chilling somewhere. Right, let's go for, oh, there's the fucking Panzer. We got Pop Shocks now. Oh god. Okay, now Pop Shocks, I believe, is an electric one, right? By knife. Yeah, they get zapped. Okay. It's not bad. It kills, unlike Electric Cherry, which is why it's better than Electric Cherry. You don't have many with it though. I think I got like 5 stabs there. Does have the potential to kill around, I'd say 3 hordes, 3-4 hordes maybe. Right, now we're going, oh god, fucking dogs. Now we're going for, what's this called? Wool Buy. No, sorry, what? Wool Power. Now, Wool Power is great. One of my favorite ones, especially for early game. Essentially allows you to just pick up a gun from the wall and get a pack punch for free. But now, coming in after this, we're going to talk about its better version, which is Crate Power. Now, Crate Power does have its down points, bearing in mind that if you don't get a gun that you want, oh, I got the ray gun, nice, okay, that's great. But if you don't get the gun that you want, you just have to let it roll back down, and it takes longer, because obviously if you pick it up, it will get pack punched and waste it. But you also have a bigger variety of guns. I obviously just got probably the best gun you can get, the ray gun. So yeah, again, Crate Power, very good, and it's definitely better than Wool Power. Right, now we're getting on to the beasts of Gobblegums, the really good ones. We're starting off with Raindrops. Now, Raindrops, obviously, as you can see, just drops one of every power-up in the game, making all the other power drops, Gobblegum, basically obsolete, because you just can do Raindrops, where you get 2 activations, and you get every single power-up from it. And now we have Soda Fountain. Obviously, I can't really show you Soda Fountain because I had a Perkaholic at the start of the game. But Soda Fountain basically just allows you to get a free perk every time you buy one, making it very useful on maps that have perk limits, which is basically every map in Black Ops 3. Okay, now we have a Head Drama, which is good because it's basically what Deadshot Daiquiri wants to be. So if I use the Ray Gun Mark II would actually be a great example for this, because of how good the headshot multiplier is. But I will basically one-tap any zombie now, whether I shoot them in the feet or what, because it auto makes your, it automatically makes your bullets hit the zombie's head, no matter where you aim. Now we have Profit Sharing. Profit Sharing is, again, one of the Gobblegums that is only really useful in multiplayer, because obviously you get a kill, you can see my points. If I had Profit Sharing on and someone was standing next to me while I got these kills, they would get the same points as me. Right, now we have Self-med, and I'll show you what Self-med does. Self-med is a bit glitchy on this game, doesn't always work, but it basically allows you that when you're downed, it's like the first reviving one where you get to keep all your perks if revived, except if you get a kill while downed, you revive yourself, as I'll show you here, hopefully. You get a kill, and I'm straight back up with my perks, with my points, and I still have 2 uses on self-medication. Right, now we have Shopping Free, which is basically what I've been using to get all these fucking Gobblegums. Shopping Free is just the best start game Gobblegum ever, really. Well, in the game and in Black Ops 6 as well, because it basically, if you get this in the spawn room, you can go around opening the whole map, because it lasts for like, I think a minute it lasts for, perhaps slightly longer. But it's really good, really fucking effective, and for early game, it is great because you can literally open the entire map up within like 30 seconds. Okay, now when I said earlier about the best reviving one being Self-med, I meant for solo. Okay, it's the best one for solo. For multiplayer, there are 2 better ones. This being one of them. With the click of a button, you can revive all players down. So if you're playing in a 4-man and, you know, all 4 players are downed, you just click 1 and it will revive them all, and they keep their perks. And now we have Power Vacuum. Power Vacuum just makes the power-ups drop more frequently. It's very useful, actually, because if I kill this horde of zombies, you know, usually I'd get next to no power-ups, but if I kill them now without my turn zombie, because he's not gonna let us get power-ups with him. As you can see, just from that horde, that little horde, I got about 5-6 power-ups. Very useful. If you have the Apothecon Servant, it's fucking great because you're never gonna run out of ammo on it. It's just it is the best perk, the best power-up dropper. Okay, now we're going for the best reviving one, full stop. Near-death experience. If you're downed and a player is next to you, or just anywhere in your vicinity, you will be revived. Keep all of your perks. And also, it doesn't have a use limit. It has a time limit. So I think it's quite a while. I think it's round based actually. I think it lasts like 4 rounds. So if you're on a high round, it's so effective if you're on a high round. So obviously the rounds last longer, which means the Gobblegum lasts longer. This is definitely the best reviving perk, full stop, for when it's used, obviously. And now I think we've done all of them. Besides one, which is what I'm going to talk about now. Okay, I forgot round robin, and round robin goes here. And if anyone doesn't know what round robin does, basically skips the rounds no matter what round you're on. So basically you can abuse it and get to whatever round you want based on your luck for Gobblegums. Obviously we have Perkaholic. Gives you all the perks on the map for free. Again, with the most useful Gobblegum in the game, most useful Gobblegum to ever exist. It's just great. You get this straight off the bat. You have all the perks that you need. This is definitely the best Gobblegum in Black Ops 3. And I think I did forget some. I think I forgot like Cashback and Immolation Liquidation and stuff. But I would just put them below Raindrops, really. You know, because Raindrops is just them, but better. So yeah, I think that's all of them for Black Ops 3. Let's move on to Black Ops 6. Okay, now unfortunately I don't have all the Gobblegums, so I'm not going to be able to show you any gameplay for this, but I will just hover over them and talk about them very briefly. Now obviously, be looking where my cursor is, not where my loadout is. Obviously we have these ones. I'm not going to be talking about the rares, since they don't make much difference. I'm going to talk about the epics, the legendaries, the ultras, these 3 here, because these are the good ones. So I think the worst one out of all of these is most likely Who's Keeping Score. Sorry, no, take that back. I didn't read them all. I didn't see Respawn Cycle here. This is by far the worst one, since we don't already know what it does, since it's a remake from Black Ops 3. Then we have Who's Keeping Score, just spawns you, I think in this Black Ops 6 version, only spawns you 1 of double points, only spawns you 1 power-up. So it's worse than the Black Ops 3 one, the second worst Gobblegum out of these ones. Then we're going to go for Free Fire. Free Fire basically drops a power-up that lasts 60 seconds, that basically gives you infinite ammo. Very useful, but it's not as good as the other ones, so this one goes here. We have Nowhere But There. This basically teleports you to a random downed player. So if you're playing with more than 2 people and 2 people are downed, it'll teleport you to a random one. You don't get a say in it, but it will instantly revive them as well, I'm pretty sure. Then we're going to go for Soda Fountain. This is already what we've spoken about, gives you an extra perk. However, unlike Black Ops 3, where in Black Ops 3 you have 3 uses of it, in Black Ops 6 you only have 1 use. So you can only get 1 free perk from it. Then we have Profit Sharing, which we already know what it does. You stand near the players and it allows the players near you to get the same points that you get for killing zombies. And then we have Exit Strategy, which is basically activates the exfil vote and reduces all of the zombie spawns during the exfil. So it makes the exfil a lot easier to do and basically allows you to complete the map a lot easier. Now we're on to the legendaries, and I'm going to go to On the House for the worst one out of these. Again, it just spawns you a random perk, and Black Ops 6 perks are not as necessary as they are on Black Ops 3. This one really isn't that effective. Then we're going to go to wall-to-wall clearance. It basically just allows you to get any weapon buy for essentially free. I think it costs 10 points. Can be useful for early game, but there are a lot better ones that are more useful for early game. But again, if there's a weapon on the wall that you really like and you want to get it for a lot cheaper than what it is, you should run this. Then we're going for Phoenix Up. It revives all teammates, and the teammates keep all of their perks, which we already know from Black Ops 3. Then we're going for Immolation Liquidation. Spawns a fire sale power-up. I think, again, unlike Black Ops 3, where it spawns 3, it only spawns 1. Then we have Idolize, which is the best version of the zombies ignoring you. It just makes them not be able to see you for, I want to say 45 seconds or 30 seconds, I'm not sure. Then we have Wall Power, and after Wall Power, we have Crate Power. They do the exact same thing as they do in Black Ops 3, so I don't need to explain them again. And these are where the new ones come in. Okay, now I'm going to say the worst one out of this is Raindrops. Raindrops, we already know what it does, spawns all the power-ups and whatever. And then after Raindrops, I'm going to go Perkaholic as the second worst one in Ultras, which is crazy. But again, as I said, they're not perks are not as useful in Black Ops 6 as they are in Black Ops 3, since, you know, you can get to a really high round in Black Ops 6 without perks, since you have shields and stuff like that. Then I'm going to go for Hidden Power. Hidden Power is actually really good. It just instantly upgrades your gun to Legendary. Can be quite useless if you have the correct loadout, because some loadouts will give you so much more scrap. But if you want to just skip that whole phase, skip the grind for it, run this and your weapon will be legendary instantly. Then we have near death experience as the second best, which we already know what it does. And then Wonder Bar. Now this is a brand new Gobblegum, but it could be the best Gobblegum ever made potentially. Because it basically gives you a free wonder weapon from the box. No matter what map you're playing, you're guaranteed to get a wonder weapon from the box if you activate this. So if you're playing Liberty Falls, you can either get the jet gun or the ray gun. If you're playing Terminus, you can either get the fucking laser yellow beam shooter or the ray gun. So yeah, that's my list. The best perk in each game, the best Gobblegum in each game. Wonder Bar is the best in Black Ops 6 and Perkaholic is the best in Black Ops 3.